This is it. The honey shot. What's running down here?
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella shit.
All right, hi everybody, it's Brent again from Beekeeping in Paradise, and look who's returned for another adventure. We've got Tim and Dave is back, and they're here today because this is a very special day. It's a day we've been waiting for all season long. We are going to harvest some honey, and we're going to put that world's cheapest honey extractor to the test today. So let's head on out to the bee yard, pull some honey off at our house, and then we'll head on over to another friend's house and do the extraction over there. All right, let's see you over the nukes. And we should have a couple frames of honey in this one to put in that we can collect, and then most of our honey is going to come from the big hive over on the other side. So gentlemen, what we're going to do here is we've got an empty super box with the lid on the bottom, and I just grabbed some cardboard. We're gonna take honey frames out of here. We're gonna shake the bees off violently.
I learned about that.
Then I got my feather. This is my preferred method. Is I just use a feather and brush
Tickle 'em
off. Yeah, if there's anybody who's stuck in there pretty good, doesn't want to leave after I shake it, I just tickle them with the feather until they leave. And then we put the frames down in here, cover them up with the cardboard, or another lid if you have two lids, but I don't have an extra lid. And then we keep the bees from flying in there and saying, "Hey, that's mine."
Yeah.
And then we can take it to the truck.
Thank you, only
So-
put my hands in.
All right. Jack, do you understand what's going on?
No,
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Are we gonna get some honey today?
I hope so.
Me too. This one's going to be, okay, this hive's going to be quick as well. Put some smoke under here. This is just absolutely gooey. And, well, they're putting a little bit of nectar in here.
Even honey. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
It is. You like honey?
Yeah. I love honey.
Say, who doesn't like honey? It's like sugar, but better.
Yeah. Dave, if I hand these to you, do you want to shake them?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Okay. You can. There's no shame in wearing your gloves if you want to. Go ahead and grab it real hard, and there you go. And
Okay, you want to tickle them?
I'll tickle them a little bit. Okay, just flip it up this way. Yep, straight up that way. Okay.
Couple more on this side.
And this one.
Drop that in here.
This one.
Or that one. Okay.
Hey, I
Okay. And take that. Go to the next one. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a shake over here, because these are not all the way capped, but they're pretty full and nothing is coming out. So that's good to harvest. And then this is the special. Oh yeah, this one has this is the one with no foundation.
Ah, so that's all
And
comb honey.
This
huh?
is comb honey. Get off. Mine. Okay, that one's gonna go over there. And now, Tim, you wanna rifle through some of these?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Pull that out and give it a shake.
You're next, Jack.
No,
No?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna.
I bet you do a really good job.
I don't want to get my.
Give them hell.
And then.
Shake it like you don't like them. Okay, hi everybody. We are over at Julien's house again, and it is his honey harvest day today too. You ready to pull some honey, Julien?
I sure am.
All right, excellent. So Dave and Tim are here as well, so we got a whole gang ready to go, and he's got his smoker fired up. We're gonna go pull, just like we did over at my house. We're gonna take a box of honey, shake the bees off, and bring it right up here to his garage, and here we go.
All right.
Say that I've been busy this year would be an understatement.
Yeah.
Almost went back to work just so I could take a break.
You know, you're not the only windy person I've heard say that. Okay.
Well, no,
Try.
you have no idea how hard I've been working.
Without gloves.
Okay.
See how it goes.
Busy burns already.
I did
If ever there was a day to wear gloves, honey harvest day is probably the day when you get a pass. Just because we're going to be shaking a lot of bees and there's going to be a lot of bees in the air.
So
But
I take back what I just said.
okay, if you feel more comfortable wearing them, then that's fine. I didn't wear them. Tim didn't wear them. I don't think any of us wore them at the other house. But the bees were pretty.
They were chill.
They were in a good mood, wouldn't you say?
They were getting excited, but they weren't angry.
Yeah, it was manageable. But this is the one day where you're going to be moving them around a little bit more aggressively and a little bit less to their liking.
All right, so are we gonna take this off?
Yep.
Brush the bees off down here.
Yeah, at a lower altitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you recommend putting this on here?
Sure.
All right, okay.
Tim, you want to give? This is a little heavy
If
and
you need
high
a
up.
hand with anything, let me know.
Yeah, grab that side, those two corners, and
Okay. All right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
So let's grab this box here. I'll pick this up, and you can grab the inner cover and the lid, and we'll just close them up right now.
Boy, that's sticky.
Yeah, Brent, I think you got me talked into the medium boxes and the 5 frames to start out with.
They're pretty manageable.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't have anything against 10 frames. I like 10 frame, but I really don't like deeps.
Yeah, I would imagine a 10 frame deep would be pretty damn heavy.
Almost 100 pounds if it was full of honey.
Yeah.
If it's full of bees, it doesn't weigh hardly anything. There you go.
Just gently brush them off.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And I'll just separate this next one and hand it to you. And we'll just trade.
Got it.
Okay. So here we are back in the garage over at Julien's house. We've collected all the honey. We've got 9 frames in a super from my house. Julien has a full 10 frames that's all capped. So we're going to get to find out how a 3-frame extractor does with 10 frames. How are we going to work that? I'm wondering. So we're going to figure that out together. But in addition to the world's cheapest honey extractor over here, if you haven't seen this one in my previous video, this is the Vevor 3-frame manual crank tangential honey extractor. This is the one that you see on Facebook every time you log on if you're a beekeeper or have ever searched for anything beekeeping related. So if you've ever clicked on a bee video, you've seen ads for this model, and complete with the honey gate. And now it is sitting bolted to a pallet for extra stability. We've got room to stand on it to add extra weight just in case it wobbles. And over here is a homemade uncapping tank. Who says you need a $250 uncapping tank with screens and mesh and plastic tubs and lids? This is all you need to get by, especially if you're just starting out. It's an aluminum foil pan, a few 2x6s, and a crossbar with a screw up in the middle. And all that we're going to be doing, setting our frames up on here, cutting the wax, and letting it drip. So you want me to do the first one?
Sure,
and
yeah.
Then we'll see how this looks. And let's see. And over here we've got an uncapping fork, otherwise known as a capping scratcher, and that will get anything that is on a low spot. And this is not a oh, hey Dave,
Yeah.
the refractometer, did you bring that in here?
Right there, in the
Yeah.
blue
Okay.
box on top of the.
This is, see this, okay, we've got one outside frame that is full, but it's not capped. And what we're looking for with honey is, if it's not 18% water or less, then it's not honey, it's still nectar. So what we want to do is we want to find out if this stuff is cured honey or not. This side is perfect, it's cured, it's capped. And see, we got a little shake there, that's a little bit watery. So let's see how watery this is. And what we're gonna do, this is calibrated, and just take a little bit of nectar here, just dig this out. Yep, not quite full either, so. And close this up, and I'll take this outside.
Yeah.
So even though this one here, we'll test this side.
Okay.
We'll put this on, we'll put a drop from this side on the refractometer.
Not
And,
my scale.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You just clean it up.
That
And,
ain't honey, but it'll do.
okay, because we just need a drop. This one, we should see a big difference. Wow. Now, okay, take a look at that one. Bring the camera over. That last one was off the scale, over 27%.
This was just like 17%.
17.
17.5.
That's ripe honey. That's good.
Does it ever get much lower than that?
Sure. You can get some honeys that are down 15%,
Oh, okay.
14%. Isn't that neat?
That is neat.
Dave, you've used those before,
Yes,
right?
I have.
Yeah.
I've got one at home for.
So, you know what we can do? Because this is a tangential extractor, we can actually uncap the good side and extract the good side and leave the other side.
Oh, okay.
So, that'll work. Yeah, that's perfectly edible, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Oh man, that's good.
There you go.
Although I guess I'm one of those rare people. I really like the goldenrod honey.
Yeah.
So the worst part about it is the wax gets stuck in your teeth.
A lot of people just suck it into a ball, get the juice out, get the honey out, and out it comes. I've been known to swallow it. It's,
It's not gonna hurt you.
no.
No. When I was a kid, I used to get those things with the liquid in them.
The wax
You
lips.
eat the wax out of those. I'm sure that was not as good as this wax.
That was probably paraffin.
Yeah, probably.
A lot of honey just right on this thing in there.
Yeah. Isn't that satisfying?
Yeah. Is it helpful to have a heated honey knife?
Well, you can see it's not difficult to do it with a cold knife,
Yeah.
but some people prefer a heated knife. And I think the Pierce company has been making them in the United States for 100 years. And they're very good quality. Some people complain about heated knives burning the honey or caramelizing it as it passes through under the cappings. I think with the Pierce, it's adjustable, so you can get it just warm enough to cut through the honey and not, or cut through the wax and then not disturb the taste of the honey. And try and put it in the same orientation as the other ones. There you go.
The same, so it doesn't get out of
Yeah,
balance.
yeah, we gotta have, I think for this machine to do well, it's gonna have to be as equally balanced as possible.
Now you have to spin it for a while and flip them all around and spin it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will only extract one side at a time. Okay, so now we need some lids. Are you excited? All right, next thing we need is a bucket.
Yep.
And a strainer. So let's put this over here and we'll see if we can make any of this work. Anybody want to help give me some counterweight on the other side? And we'll just start off kind of slow. I guess a little slower. Let's see if we're doing anything. Oh, yeah, it's coming out. You see the honey in the bottom starting to pool?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're getting somewhere.
It's pretty good.
It is.
Do you have to worry about it going too fast?
I do actually. So what I'm gonna do is spin these around. 180 degrees like that.
How extracted would you say that?
It's actually pretty good.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah, wow, that cleaned it up better than I thought it would. Built some halfway decent legs for it, and it probably worked pretty well.
And if you want, you can try some of that honey with the wax that's in that.
Next one. Yes, that's. Oh, there we go.
He's like, I'm just gonna hang out over here for a little while.
Have fun with that.
That's the place to be right there. Okay, let's see if we can get the other half of this. But that was only, it only took a minute
Yeah.
of actual spinning. I think a few concrete blocks or sandbags on the bottom of this. And like Dave said,
I think a 4x4 or something from the leg.
oh, it's shaking quite a lot less now.
Quarter angle, yeah.
Yeah.
You feel that? It doesn't, now that we're on the second side,
A little out of balance.
it's more in balance.
Oh, really?
It's going way faster.
But for the price, not bad.
No.
How does this feel compared to your dad's extractor?
My dad has his anchored to the ground, to the floor, and he's got turnbuckles.
Oh,
So his is really anchored solidly. Okay, well, let's see how these. Wow, what a difference! Feel how light that is now.
Yeah.
That's done.
Oh my gosh. That got 99.9%.
I would say that was definitely worth 120 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 123, 124 or
Yeah,
something.
121.99 for this one.
Not bad.
When I bought it.
I'm just wondering if you couldn't get a pot of boiling water and just keep your knife in the pot of boiling water.
I was thinking a heat gun. You just
Well,
You've been working at practice there too long.
at least I didn't say a torch.
hey, you know, there are people who use heat guns to uncap,
Yeah.
but what that does is it's not uncapping. It's opening the cells by melting the wax.
I meant on the knife.
Oh,
Use
but
the heat gun
some
next to
people actually use a heat gun right on the frame, and it makes the wax cappings disappear.
But wouldn't
right
that
before
also
your eyes.
add the honey in, or the
Yes,
wax
the wax
into the
goes.
honey?
Yes, the wax goes right into the honey.
Yeah.
And then you spin it out. It goes through your sieve, and
Yeah, because
you have to let it settle
now
so
you
that
have
it'll
wax-infused
cool,
honey.
and it'll cool, and it should raise to the top. But
Theoretically.
but I don't think it's a very good idea, personally.
No, I meant a heat gun like next to you pointed up and you just hold your knife over
Yeah.
it for a second.
But no, I think I've heard of a lot of people using the pot of hot water.
Yeah.
What's your favorite way? Do you have a trick? You have a comment? Put it below, and we'll see how many we can get. What's your trick for uncapping? Do you keep your knife hot? Do you keep it cold? Do you melt your wax with a heat gun? Or do you use a blowtorch on the whole thing and set your garage on fire? I don't know. Just let us know what you think is best. This is it. The honey shot. And look what's running down here.
Dave, you asked me what my favorite honey recipe was, I think. So I bake sourdough bread, usually like once a week. Probably my favorite thing is just to put,
Honey on that sourdough bread.
yeah, that's my answer to your question, sir.
Yeah, this winter I probably get into making a little bread. I like making bread. I'll actually have the time to do it now.
Jack's favorite is honey toast.
Yeah.
Just toast, butter, honey.
Yeah.
My 4-year-old just loves it.
Yeah.
We'll take that over jelly almost any day of the week.
All right, Dave's giving it a try.
Oh, geez, now you're gonna give me performance anxiety here.
First frame. These are from the ones from my house. Look at it flow.
Yeah, I ain't doing such a hard job, am I?
You're squishing it. You're fine. You're fine. Because we're gonna recover all that honey that's dripping in there. Yeah, a little sawing action. And they might not be very
Uniform?
yeah.
Yeah, your bees were slacking here, man.
Oh, I know. But I think there's plenty of honey in it.
Yeah, there's plenty of honey. And an ant.
That's cool. It'll come out in the filter. Okay, and just grab the scratcher and open up the rest of the cells.
Is that about all it takes right there?
As long as you make sure you puncture them all. You can turn it around the other way and go underneath the cells this way, and then lift. if you want to be particular about it, and that gets the cappings off. But I'm a bigger fan of scratch them open and move on.
Tim, you want to do the next one?
I did the shake test on that back at home,
Yeah.
and
I was just looking at it again.
No, the bees won't reprocess the wax though, will they?
they'll fix it.
Yeah. No, I mean if you were to leave the wax.
No, they'll discard it. They have no use for it. Bingo. I think there's just a couple of cells to scrape, about 3/4 of the way down.
Right here.
Of this one, the 9 frames from my house produced this, and looks like about 2 gallons of honey.
So my
Which is
honey
nice.
had lots more bubbles. Do you know why that would be?
I don't know, maybe those bubbles down there? Couldn't tell you.
All right.
May have gotten agitated a little more, but
Okay.
Well,
it'll settle.
Probably all the bubbles coming at the top. It's this right here will probably look the same in another hour or so. You know.
yeah, that's true. It's been sitting for about an hour, and as it settles, the bubbles and any wax that make it through, they will come to the top. So Julien got just over 2 gallons. I got about the same. It's a little bit left dripping out.
Yeah.
And Dave, tell me about your first experience harvesting honey. What'd you think?
Oh, it's a process.
It is, isn't
It is a
it?
process. Yeah.
And
Very rewarding, though. I mean, I can only imagine what it feels like for Julien today.
yeah.
Getting his first harvest, that's got to be pretty cool.
Tell me about that again.
It's fantastic. It's sticky work. It's hard work, but it's a lot of fun, and it's great to see 2 gallons of honey sitting there.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have some tasty fun with that this year.
Sure. You got plenty of family to give that to, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. And well, lastly, Tim, what do you think?
It's better to do with other people too. Just someone
Yeah?
to talk to while you're processing everything and getting sticky with. But it was a lot of fun.
Good.
Learned a
And,
lot.
there's just one more thing, if you guys would indulge me. Can we just say a prayer of thanks?
Sure.
Because we all know where all this comes from, and we just bow our head. And dear Jesus, would you please accept our thanks for this bountiful harvest, and for the gift of fellowship, and good friends getting together, new and old, to spend time together, to share stories, and to work collectively to partake in this glorious endeavor. And we know that this is only possible through your grace. The grace of giving us these insects that are gentle and hardworking, And really, they set an example for all of us. So in Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. All right, one more question. Now that we've finished our extraction and collected our honey, would you buy this machine?
For $120 for something I used a couple times a year, I would say probably yes. I would think it would be worthwhile to have.
For a beginner with a few hives, worth it. Okay, what do you think?
I don't know that you could go wrong getting the 120, even if you were just starting for the first year, 2 years, 3 years even, using that and deciding if now is the right time to get a better one or not, because $120 is, you can barely get a full hive and bees for less than that.
Yeah, you can't.
So that seems like a no-brainer to me.
Package of bees is 150.
There you go.
What do you think, Dave?
I can't imagine not getting it. I mean, by manually taking and capping it and just draining it, it's going to save you. You're going to make your money back pretty quick, I would think.
Right.
Try to have a friend with you is the only thing I would suggest.
Yeah, definitely.
If you have a buddy that can come help you, that makes it
Because
100% easier.
we did need to hold it down a little bit, even though we bolted it to the we bolted it to the pallet. We still needed to hold it down on the first side.
Yes.
The first side would wobble a little bit and make you feel just a little jittery. You lose a little bit of confidence. But as soon as we flipped the frames around to do the other side, it ran so much smoother. Can't really understand or explain why, but it just felt like the weight evened out and the whole thing just rolled along. And it did not take 10 minutes per side. You don't wear out your arm. It was 2 to 3 minutes per side, and those frames were dry. They were empty. Had plenty of force, plenty of power, plenty sturdy. I agree with the other guys that for $120 you cannot go wrong. This is definitely a purchase worth making, and I recommend it. Thumbs up, thumbs up,
Thumbs up.
thumbs up. All right, we're all in agreement that the Vevor 3-frame tangential manual crank extractor is good to go. It's a good one.
Buy it now before the price hike.
Buy it before the price goes up. Yeah. Well, once again, thank you very much for stopping by, for watching the video. Do appreciate it. And I'm Brent. That's Dave. That's Tim. That's Julien. And from all of us here at Beekeeping in Paradise, I want to wish you a wonderful day. Be kind, be safe, and God bless. Okay, guys, I've been home for about an hour and a half. Just got from extracting the honey over at Julien's house with Dave and Tim, and they asked me, so what are you going to do with the equipment? And I said, well, I'm just going to set it out by the pool and let the bees clean it up. And they said, what? And I said, and I'm like, yeah, the bees will find it and they'll come and take the honey, suck it back in, and then go put it back in the hive and restore it in the new in the frames that they have in there. And I just wanted to share this with you. I didn't know it was going to get this crazy, but look at this. This is so awesome. I love watching this. Just took the extractor and tipped it on its side so the honey can kind of spread out, and got the super box there. Check this out. There's the uncapping platform. We've sucked all the honey off of that. They're coming and going. They are all over those frames. That bottom board was completely covered in dripping honey. I just set these out here, and now they're exploring the walls of the extractor. There's a big puddle of honey inside there. They're gonna clean all of that out for me. The air is just absolutely thick with bees right now. This is so cool. It's just absolutely This is the coolest. If you're not into beekeeping, you don't know what you're missing. And if you are, then you know what I'm talking about. This is just awesome. We are blessed to be beekeepers. All right, thanks. I just wanted to share that little clip with you.